Guys, I'm so excited. I just watched the Jurassic World Evolution 3 Rebirth expansion announcement trailer. It's real, guys. The Rebirth expansion is real. Oh my god, and it's coming June 16th. It's 2 days before my freaking birthday. And in today's video, we're gonna build a Dracorex habitat. You know, I had to do something for the new update. New free dinosaurs we got. I'm so excited again. You know, I burned down on this game, but we're back. We're back. So enjoy the video, guys. Let's go. So getting into the habitat for the Dracorex, I knew I wanted some elevation. I knew I wanted a cedar wood, and I knew I wanted the floor to look rooted brown. You know, get this contrast with the greens. But after getting the fence down, the first thing that was on my mind was creating a little bit of a cave area, a little bit of a rocky area, because Dracorex, you know, it stands for Dragon King, and for me a classic image is dragons roosting in the mountains, having their nests in these caves. Seen in a lot of movies, seen a lot of video games. It only felt right, so that was what I was trying to achieve. And there's a couple things to be aware of when making a rock structure here in Jurassic World 3, because you do have to place every rock individually. There are some presets. So for the cave, I'm actually using a preset. You're gonna see, scroll all the way down, you have this nice cave. Just scale it down. It looks really good. But when you make a rock structure in this game, you want to think about layers and elevation. I use this flat one, and then I layer it with a couple rotated ones above and underneath it, because that's how rocks work, you know, how mountains work. They get pushed up from underneath the ground, so the rocks are gonna layer and stack and jut outwards. So that's a couple things you gotta think about when making a rock formation with this. And when you're making rocks in this game, when you place a rock underneath the ground for aesthetic reasons, it is possible that it can block your dinosaur's pathing. So turn off the collision. Now guys, I want to get back into the Jurassic World Rebirth expansion, guys. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be epic. I believe it's gonna be like a whole new mission on this new island, new challenge maybe. And we're gonna get all the dinosaurs. I've seen the D-Rex, I've seen the flying reptiles, I've seen the Dreadnoughtica skin, my lord. And from the tiny bit I've seen, the map looks amazing. It looks just like the movie, and in this new engine with all these new foliage things, all these everything new we got in this game. This game is just so amazing, guys. It looks so good. I'm so glad that I'm able to see this type of game become so popular, you know. When I was a kid, I only played Zoo Tycoon and stuff, and people didn't know. They just didn't know about these beautiful games. But I just wanted to do something for the channel, because it was kind of quiet on the channel, because I've been really thinking about what I want to do. And I got into overthinking a bit, and I just realized you just got to create stuff and put it out there. You know, you don't have to create the best video ever or the best enclosure ever. And that's the bar I set for myself. I set it real high, so don't set the bar too high for yourself. You know, you gotta have good standards, of course, but if you're gonna overthink it, it's gonna be more of a barrier than something you're trying to achieve. It's gonna be real big, and real big things are scary. So you're not gonna do them, or postpone things, or procrastinate. And I've been in a loop of that, so I'm trying to get out of it by making this video. So what's up, guys? So people are doubting the fact that this is real dinosaur. They're saying it's a juvenile version of any Pachycephalosaurus, which would be crazy. But this thing looks awesome. It's got the name Dracorex because of its skull. I think everybody knows this. It looks like a freaking dragon. It's amazing. Are you kidding me? But they're saying that when it gets bigger, if this is a juvenile dinosaur, they're saying that if it gets bigger, it's gonna get more of a dome-shaped head as it gets older. And you know, that dimorphosis between different life stages is a real thing. So it could be real that they're saying, but I don't know. I think it's its own dinosaur, to be honest. It's more fun to think like that. Imagine having a thing like this. It's like 13 feet, 4 meters. It's friendly. You can ride on the back. You can ride on the back of it, you know. Imagine putting a saddle on that thing and just... Oh lord. I'm getting too off topic, man. My imagination is running wild. So the Enclosure, yeah. Well, this thing is found in the Hell's Creek Formation, so I kind of wanted to base it on a little bit of that wooded wetlands area. And I looked up some reference online, and there was a lot of ferns, a lot of palms, a lot of cedar. So that was kind of the vibe I was going for. But I also noticed the floor almost always was like this floor you see in the forest, you know, rooted the dirt with wood chips or whatever, and other leaf litter and whatever. So I really tried to get that image right at the center point, at the focal point. So I got the rooted dirt brush. It's really good, and it's still it doesn't contribute to the well-being of the dinosaur, but it looks really good. But the rest of the enclosure makes sure that all the needs are being fulfilled, you know. So I can comfortably live in this area, and there's nothing wrong. And I made sure the path was clear towards the cave entrance. Put a little nest in there to get some really cool interactions, you know, and behavior. Here I'm hanging some more ivy to add a little bit more realism to the cave structure. You know, the brushes in the game are fine for the environment, but it's really satisfying placing your own plants as well, giving the area a little bit more variety of plants, making the area look more beautiful in general is just a good thing. Make it look more interesting, really. So I didn't want to talk over this whole thing, so I'm gonna leave you guys for a couple minutes here. Enjoy the rest of this build, the little details I'm gonna add, and talk in a minute once it's done. And with that, guys, I think the Dracorex finally has a home worthy of its reputation. What started as a simple enclosure turned into me tweaking terrain, moving stuff around, and changing things far more than I would like to admit, but honestly, that's part of the fun. Sometimes the best builds come from overthinking, although I said don't overthink too much. Of course, this is just the beginning with the Jurassic Park World Rebirth expansion right around the corner. We're gonna make a lot more habitats, a lot more builds. So don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay tuned with my dinosaur builds. Alright guys, thanks for watching so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!